Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks and this is my E30 M3 track car. In today's video we're heading to retro rides at Mallory Park. I'm driving my 964 Turbo with my wife and daughter, and Jay very kindly is towing the E30 for me because we've got a few laps on track. So as you may have seen in the last video on this car, I've invented a load of new suspension for it at the front. This perhaps in hindsight was not the best place to do a shakedown test. I have not driven Mallory Park in years. In fact, I think perhaps the last time I drove it was the S15 high-speed entry that I did.
That was fucking awesome.
It's quite a well-known video. And in addition to that, the actual format of the event I wasn't familiar with. It's something called Quick 60. It's essentially you go out the pits on cold tyres, you do a flying lap, then you do another lap and come in, and that's it. So it's a pretty intense way to do things, and not the most ideal way to learn a track, as we will find out in the following footage. So what you see from this point on is literally the very first millisecond of GoPro footage after I remember to turn it on halfway through my very first lap. So yeah, this corner's called Gerrards. It's a third of a mile long, and as I mentioned before, I've never driven it without the chicane that you'll see on the right here. Say hi to the camera. Did you fall over while coming to get Daddy? Were you coming to apologise to me for turning my ABS off? I let her sit in the car yesterday. She's turned my ABS off and my traction control off.
So was that you that locked up there?
Yeah, I nearly crashed. I nearly crashed.
I was thinking, how can he lock up?
I was like, I've got the best ABS until somebody turns it off.
Terrorists, man.
I might have flat spotted. That was so bad.
There was so much smoke.
It stepped sideways so badly, like literally like that. So yeah, the bias is a little bit out as well.
Right.
But that's never normally a problem because you have the ABS on.
Should have cogged it up and carried on like the old days.
Oh my god, that was so intense as well. Cane my coffee and it was like, "Well, get in your car." All the tools with us.
It was Sunday, I wasn't committed to
He
take
was
the wheels off.
adamant we're not going to take a wheel off. I'm like, we've invented half the new suspension. We need to check. He's like, ugh.
You'll know if it breaks.
Yeah, because I'll be dead.
You won't be dead. Just toes in a bit, it's not a problem.
Drive round the issue.
Exactly.
We haven't even got a pressure gauge with us.
Or a gun.
It looks alright.
Quick visual inspection. Yeah, that's fine. That is.
Well, I was just making sure it wasn't bent. It's not bent.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Give it a kick and it's
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
See?
Yeah, you're right.
Fine.
Yeah, next time I just won't bother. I just trust
maybe do
Jay.
bother. I mean, if I were in it, I would bother, but I'm not in it.
Doing your wellness every 2 seconds.
I wouldn't be in that. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Getting a bit more confident with the line coming out of Gerrard's, as you can see now. That is going to bite me in the ass shortly.
Just grass the wheel, I think, yeah.
Holy f***!
I heard you did some mowing, sir.
Don't need 2 men to go mow a meadow.
Were you that determined not to be destroyed by a Micra in a clear that you had to go off-road?
Hello darling, I'm alive! And that wasn't your fault this time. Jesus fucking Christ, that was a bit much.
What did you do?
It just went that way, that's all I can say. I don't know, I can't really work out what happened, but literally just thought I had a good line to the outer curbs, and then all of a sudden I was about 10 metres over that way to the left. That was pretty intense. I've pulled all the grass out of it. You want to see how much grass I pulled out of this?
I saw it when you did it, when you came past, to be fair.
A lot of grass.
A lot. A lot.
That'll be alright.
He's done some clippings though.
He did once. Clippings, Rich, did you? You weren't watching?
I was the other side.
He did like jumps and digging and all sorts, yeah.
That was a load of fun. It didn't exactly go as smoothly as it could have, but the whole format for that I am extremely unfamiliar with. So the whole sort of idea of essentially go out cold tyres, you've got 1 lap. You're kind of supposed to take it easy, I guess, but obviously you just don't. You don't take it easy because you can't. So yeah, that was very exciting. Massive thank you to Retro Rides for the invite, and to the Late Break Show, who had the 964 Turbo on their stand as well. But yeah, great event, nice little test, and I feel like I got away quite lightly with the incident, should we call it. In fact, there was three incidents, but the main one, the bit of off-road.
One nearly killed you.
Yeah. As you see, cars on the ramp, we've already had to take a load more grass out of it. So out the track, I took loads out of it. It was stuff behind the bumper, up against the radiator, took as much out as I could there. Jay's already done a fair bit more of that and made a right mess outside. Now we've got on the ramp and it's time to remove the under trays and probably the bumper and all sorts, because as you can see, there's quite a lot of extra. But look, our sump clearance worked really well.
Good job we moved it.
Exactly, yeah. It's almost like we knew. So this is gonna have to come apart to be cleaned up properly, because it's pretty stinky when you run it at the moment. But
I'm surprised it didn't overheat, to be fair, with how much was in the radiator.
I know, and then the cooling on this car is pretty damn superb anyway. But that is something that if a radiator's blocked, it ain't gonna do it. Cool, yeah. I'm gonna whip this off now and have a look.
Brilliant.
Great success. More removed.
Yeah.
Another bin full of grass, but nothing's bent, it seems. Well, apart from the obvious that we always bend these, it seems.
Yeah, it seems every time you drive it now, you bend these and these.
Yeah, nothing to do with it being too low or anything like that. But so as far as an inspection goes of making sure that the suspension and everything is still in one piece after the slight incident, it's a great success. All the work that we've done to these bits that are kind of labelled as experimental, but they're all in exactly the same position that they were. Everything worked out really well with this. All of the work that we did to correct the bump steer. The car drove in terms of bump really well, but actually I really did miss that extra steering ratio speed that I had before when this position was in this hole. The steering was much quicker, the feel was much better, but we didn't have failing power steering because they were in this position. So I really do have to have a think about what I want to do, because my idea about having an original E92 M3 rack on the car and mechanical power steering can't really happen with the current oil pan. I would have to go dry sump to be able to fit that underneath there, and then it would come with its own, not only a 10 grand bill, but also all the other stuff that we've got to work out alongside it. So I'm really reluctant to do that.
It's so much.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I'd love a dry sump, but I don't want a 10 grand bill, and I don't want 3 months of work to make the car slightly better.
It's slightly overkill just to go on track days.
It is indeed. We are so mentally busy at the moment. I should probably not be thinking about things like that. Exciting news there, just quickly. Things are happening, but nothing you can get too excited about, unfortunately, but that'll probably be in the next video.
We're putting it together to take it apart.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's probably about it. I want to say massive thanks to Retro Rides for the invite. Also, big thanks to everybody that came and gave me footage of me flying on the grass and all sorts of stuff like that.
Are you going to explain what you did now?
What did I do?
I don't know. You just...
Oh yeah. No, I forgot to say. I just said to Jay that I actually just had a quick look at the GoPro footage, and forget about any excuses of me hitting a curb, running out of travel on the suspension, anything like that. I literally just decided that I wanted to fly off track. That corner, Mallory, I've never driven that without the chicane. There's normally a chicane at the end of that big long corner, and I just completely misinterpreted or didn't see the outer edge of the track and just literally fired off into the grass. Didn't even hit the curbstones on the outside, I don't think. Nice little adventure, and for next time. But yeah, as I say, thanks very much for all the footage, guys. I really appreciate external shots of this car, because I do a lot of in-car, but it's really hard to get the external footage. So I really enjoyed getting to see the car on track through your eyes, your cameras. Also, thanks very much for supporting us by buying through the Driftworks shop. We have just landed quite an exciting product that's E30 relevant, the HSD Dual Tech coilover kit that we designed in collaboration with HSD on Jay's car is now up for sale in the Driftworks shop. So that's a really affordable, massively adjustable, great on track E30 struct conversion coilover kit that's available. So go check that out. And yeah, if there's anything else you fancy, if you don't have an E30, go and have a look at driftworks.com.
We'll get a little model of this.
Oh yeah. There's I don't know if we've got any left. We have actually been selling quite a lot of them, but the Driftworks E30 RC car is also available, the HPI thing. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.